Let's talk.
Hello, weirdos. Welcome back. It's episode 34. We've got some bangers for you. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I am your Gen Z host, Trinity Grace.
And I am your Gen Xer, Danielle Nikki.
And we're going to bring it. So let's go. All right. So starting off with our story submission, as always, this one was an AITA.
Okay.
Said for refusing to visit my friend's house after what her sister said about me becoming a parent. So the OP requested that we call them they, them when referring to them. And so please do the same in the comments, please. Thank you.
Absolutely.
I, 22, am going through something I hope you guys can weigh in on. I feel as though I may be overreacting, mostly due to a lack of sleep in the last couple of days. So, I am blind. I have been since birth. And although there are obvious things that I can't do, like driving a car, I do most things entirely independently. I have also, for the last year and a half or so, been planning to have my own child. I have done research, spoken to doctors, and made sure I feel confident going through something so life-changing. I have a best friend, female, 24, who has been super supportive during this process. And I've reached out to other blind folks who are also parents. Anyway, here's where things get messed up. My friend lives with her sister, who overheard the other day that I plan on having my own child. And at first, she didn't say much about it. However, that didn't last long. An hour or so after, my friend told me that her sister had overheard our conversation. And said sister started saying some things that were really messed up. She said, "What if my child picks up something off the floor, chokes, and I didn't notice?" She even said that I wouldn't notice until they were cold and blue.
Wow.
That's insane.
Way to be an ass.
That's what I'm saying. Just to be clear, as a future blind parent who also has animals, I try to make sure my house is clean, and I will be putting my child in a playpen if I'm out of the room. I also know you can tell when a child is choking.
Yes. Hello.
Thank you.
Just like anybody else.
Gosh. I will also be going to classes to learn CPR. I will be living with my mom for the first year of their life, mostly because I'm nervous because I'm a first-time parent. My mom knows this and is more than fine with it. Another thing my friend's sister said is that I wouldn't notice if my child got up and walked out the door. My house will be baby-proofed, and our door is old and very loud. Not only that, but I can use those door alarms that go off when the door is open.
Exactly.
And lastly, she said that I need counseling. Why? I don't know. It wasn't expanded on, just that I need it.
Just period. You just need counseling.
For what? Elaborate. I feel sick about what she said. No parent wants to be told that their child will die. No parent wants to imagine that situation. I'm very sick to my stomach, and her words are kind of getting to me. I know they aren't true. Many parents have raised their children being blind. In fact, I know a few blind parents and a couple of parents raised by blind parents. Here's why I feel like an asshole.
I was like, let's get to it.
I told my friend that I will no longer be coming over to her house. To be clear, my friend and I are fine, but I refuse to go somewhere where somebody who doesn't know me can say such horrible, disgusting things about me. I told my friend if we meet up, we can do it at a local park or another house. She's also more than welcome at my house. I also feel bad because I did tell my friend that I hate her sister.
Well,
I am not a person who hates a lot of people. It takes too much energy. And if I don't like someone, I will just simply not speak to them. However, what her sister said is not only abysmal as hell, but just plain disgusting. I mostly feel bad because I said I hate her to my friend, because I probably should have kept that part to myself. I also know my friend is upset that I will no longer be coming over to her house. She has said that she understands why, but it still upsets her. Am I the asshole?
No.
I don't think so.
No, and no.
Respectfully, no.
Disrespectfully to the other person.
You feel me?
What I don't like, well, number one, the sister is a jerk because you clearly don't understand people with disabilities. And that's the problem. Like, you think they are, an alien from another planet.
Thank you.
They need all this counseling just to exist.
To exist.
I mean, the things that people with disabilities go through, and that they have to go through to get through a world that's not built for people with disabilities
Thank you.
is astronomical. So they've already thought about all the things that you're thinking about with your judgmental self, right? Number two, I kind of have a problem with their friend, because the sister didn't say anything to their sister.
Thank you.
I mean, nothing. This is your friend.
You're not going to check your sister on behalf of me. That's insane. At least try to educate your sister, or your friend's sister has no like urge or like any kind to like educate themselves before they speak out and say something that's so inappropriate. If I told you that your child is going to die because you're going to be a horrible parent because ABC, that's just inappropriate.
It's so gross.
You know what I mean?
It's all based in just not understanding people with disabilities and not caring to understand. I mean, my family, there was no disabilities as far as hearing or seeing, but they put a bell on the door because my little brother tried to escape all the time.
We got a runner.
Right? We had a runner. But you just do what you got to do.
Yeah.
And to come at this person as if they are making a bad mistake, everybody deserves to have this joy.
Yes.
You know, if this is what they want, if they want to have children, everybody deserves that. And to be like, no, you're not actually fit.
That's not fair.
Has the sister said that to anybody else?
That part.
You know, like somebody smokes, somebody stays out late, whatever the thing is that could be harmful to a child. Have you said anything to those people? Or is this only reserved for someone with disabilities?
Exactly. This is not appropriate. It's not okay. And for you to just like outright say that to this person is insane. You don't deserve that. You didn't deserve to be like hear that, much less deal with it and have to make changes in your life because of somebody else.
Exactly.
You didn't deserve any of this at all. You deserve to have the child that you want. You are taking the steps to make sure that your child will be fine because you know that this is just plain hard. Raising a kid is hard, period.
Yes.
And so you're taking the steps to do so. You are doing your part. You are not in the wrong here. And I don't think you're overreacting. I think your reaction was appropriate. And I don't think you should feel any way about it.
Right. And it's okay to not want to be around someone who treats you badly. So no, you're not the asshole.
No.
You've made other steps to hang out with your friend. We're good here.
We're good. And you will be a beautiful and amazing parent.
Yes.
In case no one's told you.
Good for you. And thanks for sending that in.
Yes. Thank you, love.
That was a great story. Ugh.
I know. I get the ick.
Am I overreacting over a friend showing up to my house late when he knew my wife was alone?
Wait. Okay.
All right.
Okay. I think I'm ready.
I'm 37 male. My wife is 26. I just got home from a business trip. I was in Chicago from Tuesday to Thursday night. A friend of mine, 45 male, showed up at my door at 11 p.m. on Wednesday night. He knew I was gone, and he also knew my wife was completely alone. This guy has always been nice to us, but I will say my wife has told me a few times she felt like he treated her differently when I wasn't around. But neither of us thought much about it. I hear that line a lot in these stories.
Neither of us thought much about it until like...
Think more about it.
Know?
He didn't ring my doorbell, and it almost looked like he jiggled the doorknob.
You trying to sneak in?
I spoke to him through the doorbell camera, and he started acting really weird. He seemed startled when my voice came through and said he forgot I was away and was coming to see if I wanted to have a beer.
Nah.
Right. I told him to leave. He kept looking back and over to the side, and it almost felt like he was trying to look through a small part of our window to see if lights were on or to see if she was coming. I never had to call the police because he left, but I didn't feel good about it. I called my wife and told her not to answer the door. I can check to make sure all doors are locked, and I did. I didn't sleep all night over it and was checking the cameras nonstop and checking our bedroom to make sure she was okay. I then flew home early and was home before dark.
I'm worried, actually. This doesn't make me feel good.
I thought it was really, really odd. We live in the same gated community. My wife and I see him around quite often, and I talked to him hours before I left for Chicago. He asked if she was going to be all alone. Normally, she's not alone, but she's having migraines from a new medication and wanted to stay home and relax, so I didn't think much of it at the time and said yes.
Why would you say that? Why would you say that?
And then he said, oh, well, if she needs anything, we're just down the street. This man has never, ever showed up at my door. I went to talk to him when I got back, and he was weird about it again and changed his story. Like I said, that night he said he wanted to have a beer at 11 p.m. on a Wednesday, but when I talked to him in person, he was saying he heard a bunch of sirens and came down to check on her because he knew she was alone.
Oh, this guy. Ooh.
Everyone thinks I'm being overly dramatic because he left after I told him to. I personally think the entire thing is sketchy and don't trust him in the slightest anymore. We are planning to move, but I'm ready to get out of this neighborhood now. Honestly, there's not much I can actually do about it at this point other than get her away. I am pretty protective over her, and I've definitely overreacted in the past, but this is killing me. Am I overreacting?
No. Shout out to you. Overreact every single time. If this has to do with your wife and her safety,
Yes.
overreact every single time. You are a green flag. Let me give him a green flag.
Right.
Thank God you were overreacting. And people were like, oh, he left after you said so. Only because I said so.
Because I said so. He jiggled the handle.
He was
and didn't
working
even ring
his
the door
way in. I don't even want to think about what his intentions were.
Exactly. He
I
knew
don't
she
even-
was home alone.
Thank you.
And he said, if she needs anything, we're just down the street. He has a wife or a partner of some kind.
What you over here for?
And he left that person to come over to my house in the dark at night to try to get in.
We're done. I've heard enough. And you changed your story after I saw you in person.
Exactly.
Came over for a beer at 11 at night. I don't care if you're an alcoholic.
Okay. On a Wednesday.
On a Wednesday.
We all got to work tomorrow.
Okay. And then all of a sudden you heard sirens. You wanted to go and check. Take your wife with you and walk over together if that was your intentions.
Exactly. Because a man who doesn't have horrible intentions would know that I don't show up at a house where there's just a woman there by herself
Thank
at
you.
11 p.m. by myself.
Thank you.
I don't care what my intentions are.
And why are you asking if she's going to be alone anyway? Is that your business?
He made it his business because he already knew what he was planning.
Oh my God. I don't like thinking about where it could have gone.
Exactly.
If he didn't have that little ring.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, y'all.
I know. Ugh. And the wife didn't even know he was down there because he didn't even give him a chance to ring the doorbell.
That part, I'm going to stop you right there. I might be in Chicago, but I'm going to do everything I can. A green flag for this husband.
He said, what you doing, player?
Yeah.
Get up off my porch.
Who is you? You feel me? You feel me. Okay.
Bounce.
I like him because I scream so many times on this show about the fact people need to overreact when it comes to people that they love and care about and how they don't do enough. He said, I'm not even going to let it get there. Therefore, I like you. I mess with you.
Absolutely.
You cool.
And as soon as he woke up, he hopped on a plane.
Period.
Early.
I don't care what's going on in Chicago. This matters because my wife, she is not going to spend another night alone knowing that this dude is interested in getting in the house when I'm not there.
And like she said, he treats her differently when he's not around. You needed to have taken that. It's like, yes, I'm not trying to blame you or anything, but just for future reference, if a man treats your wife differently when you're not around, he has ulterior motives.
Okay.
Every single time.
And we've heard enough. Okay?
Yes. Not overreacting.
Not. Everyone might be telling you are, but you're not. Continue to overreact.
Yes.
Thank
Good
you.
for you.
Thank you. My goodness, Mom.
I know.
That gives me so much anxiety because it's just like, what?
He knew what he was doing.
What was going to happen? You know what I mean? Ugh, gives me the ick. So back in 2017, there were a bunch of teenage boys in the UK. They showed up wearing skirts and it was to protest their no shorts policy at the school. If we can go to my screen for the visual. So these are a bunch of...
Look at those legs.
Look at the
I
legs.
love it.
So a bunch of them, like dozens and dozens of teenage boys showed up with skirts. Some of them even showed up with their legs shaved because they wanted... Okay, they wanted to
you
really
gotta complete the look.
Complete the look. But the only reason that they wore skirts is because it was 86 degrees in June. It was summer and hot as I don't know what. And so they asked the faculty if they could wear shorts, and the faculty said no. And then they brought the fact that the girls were wearing skirts and they can show their legs and they could like cool off with these different things that they can wear for summer. And that wasn't fair. And so the faculty's like, okay, so then you wear a skirt if it means so much to you. And so they showed up the next day wearing skirts.
Look at you trying to be flippant. Like whatever, then wear a skirt.
And they said bet. And they showed up wearing skirts.
The shortest
And
little skirts, too.
they're amazing. Look how they're posing. I kind of dig it.
So proud. I'm proud.
Proud is I don't
Proud
know what.
person because, yes. First of all, what I wrote down, I was like, this is literally the first time I've ever seen males' clothing be regulated.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's usually the other way around. But they have to wear these blazers in the middle of summer. Let these children
Thank you.
wear shorts.
Thank you.
So-
It used to be a case where they would wear shorts or they have a different uniform for summer and like for colder weather. But then that changed. And so their like winter uniform was like the uniform all year round.
Which is so dumb.
Which is ridiculous. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Same for girls, but I'm sure they wear like sweats underneath their skirts. You've seen that sometimes.
Yes, I have.
Which is very cute, by the way. I think the layering is so cute. But these boys were like, absolutely not. We're not standing for this. This is inappropriate. We shouldn't get heat stroke because you guys want us to maintain this stupid dress code.
For
so they
what?
showed up wearing skirts. A bunch of parents were like, I'm so proud. I think that you guys are protesting the right thing.
Yes.
And then so much so this became like a big thing that another school in England, boys started showing up wearing skirts. It wasn't taken as like, I don't know, as well as in this school because I don't know, I guess it's not very, I don't know, progressive.
Oh, okay.
I don't know,
Got
but it wasn't taken as well in other schools as it was in this school because a lot of teenage boys were, you know, participating in this school. So very, very proud of them. I don't think that they should, you know, have the same uniform. I think they should be allowed to wear shorts if they want to.
Exactly.
And it's not a big deal.
It's
like,
a health reason. Like if I was a
Thank you.
parent, I'd be up in there so fast because would you prefer my child has heat stroke to maintain this ridiculous dress code that
That's what
means
I'm
what
saying.
exactly?
That's what I'm saying.
Design some shorts for them to wear just like you designed some skirts for the girls.
Thank you.
I mean, some shorts in that plaid outfit, you know, situation would be super
kind of
cute.
fire.
Okay.
I would hope they were like board shorts, though it's like a little bigger on the bottom.
yes.
If we're thinking looks,
the stylist
then I've got
is going
some
crazy.
But
Exactly.
another point that I wanted to bring up is that there were adults too also like, you know, congratulating these kids for standing up because apparently in England, if you're working in a workspace, you have like a attire that you're supposed to wear, you know, like business casual, yada, yada, yada. And the adults were getting in trouble and getting reprimanded for like rolling up their pant legs and stuff because it was so hot. Them too, they can't alter
deviate.
their wardrobe just to accommodate the weather. And so they were congratulating these kids for making this step when even adults are like, we're having this issue too.
Like I can't even do this either.
Why is it such a big deal to maintain this look
Uh-huh.
when it's 86 degrees?
Like it's hot.
I think it's stupid.
Yeah, it is. It's
It
dumb.
is stupid.
And good for those boys. Did they end up changing it? Do you know?
They said they'll take the steps to change it and they'll consider it in the future. But like,
Okay, well, we're coming up on summer again.
okay,
So go ahead and put them skirts up if they're still tripping.
exactly. This was back in 2017. I hope that they changed
Oh,
it
they
this
better
time.
have.
You know? Thank you.
Wow.
I know.
So I just wanted to ask, like, if you are the jealous person in your relationship, I want you to relax because you are not as jealous as this woman on my screen.
Oh, no.
This is Debbie Wood and her husband, Steve.
Hey, Debbie and Steve.
Now, Miss Debbie was named the world's most jealous woman.
You don't
Yes.
want that title.
Right.
Oh, my God.
Because she made Steve take a lie detector test every time he came home from being outside.
Goodbye. Every time?
Every time he ran to a grocery store, lie detector test.
What were you looking for?
Did you look at a woman? It doesn't even have to be touch, cheat, nothing. Let me get into it, okay? Hold
Poor
on.
Steve. I gotta feel for Steve.
Look, he's behind her. He's
And
a
why do
little
they
coward.
have the same haircut? Did you see that? They have the same haircut.
She cuts their hair for sure.
Oh,
Okay. So Debbie was like love at first sight with Steve. They weren't living in the same. They had a long distance relationship. Everything was great until she found out that he was seeing other women in the beginning of their relationship. Now, poor Steve, he didn't know they were exclusive. Because in relationships, you need to have that conversation.
Right.
Especially when you're long distance.
Right.
So he apologized. She forgave him and they moved in together.
okay.
Right. Then the drama started. She installed child-proofing parameters on his laptop so he couldn't look at explicit photos of women online. She blocked hella websites for him.
way.
Yes.
No way.
She banned him from watching television shows that featured attractive women. And this included commercials.
So like everything?
Pretty much everything. I don't know if you know anything about Hollywood, but they hire very attractive people.
On purpose. Like that is like...
That's the whole thing.
What?
She said they were watching a commercial once, like a razor commercial, and the woman was pretty and she was looking at him like, don't you look over there. Mm-hmm.
Let Steve breathe.
She will not.
Oh my God.
She will not. Okay. And then she bought a lie detector test online.
Girl, bye. You're doing too much. You're doing too much.
I was like, you can buy lie detector tests online?
Yes. You can?
At Amazon.
Do you want to take one?
I kind of do. Yeah. I kind of want to buy one now.
You want to take one?
So he has to prove he wasn't cheating every time he leaves the house.
That's ridiculous.
I know. But a little while after they got married, Debbie was diagnosed with Othello syndrome. So I had to look that up, and it's basically delusional jealousy.
That's a thing?
It is a thing. So it's based off the Shakespeare play, Othello. But it often stems from like an underlying mental health issue, and she is bipolar. And so all of this is like snowballing on her, and she's like, lie detector test.
Girl,
right?
We got to deal with this in another way because Steve is suffering.
Well, I'll tell you some quotes. So Debbie said, I put Steve through a lot, but he stood by me through it. So I know he's the man for me.
There's problems.
Steve said, I just have to tell her I haven't cheated and pray she believes me. I'm willing to put up with it because we're soulmates.
Steve, blink twice if you need help.
You are in danger,
Can
boy.
we put him on a lie detector on that quote?
Right.
Are you lying to me right now? And pray that she believes it.
And pray that she believes me because I don't know, nothing against Miss Debbie, but I think she probably has a heavy fist.
Mother.
He was cowering look at this picture. He is cowering.
Poor Steve.
Her hand is on top. There is a domination position. Yes.
Oh my God.
Okay. So I do have a question. Would you lie detector your partner? Put in the comment section. I have to know if this is something that you would do. And it's not every time they leave the house. Like what if, you just had questions and
like what kind of questions?
I don't know. People have questions. Why were you really working late last night?
I think that's insane.
Sit down.
Oh my
Stick your hand out. Let's put this thing on you.
Wait, no. Wait, stop.
Oh, thank you.
Wait. Oh my goodness. Relationships are about trust. If you don't trust the person, then we have an issue here.
Agreed.
Let's not bring a lie detector test into this equation.
No, I totally agree. But
I'm like, you're about to say,
but in Steve's case, okay, yeah, she was a little overreacting. But if you, the average couple, you get to the point where you have to ask these questions and you don't trust them, you're going through phones, you're doing all this stuff. Is there something that's making you not trust? Mm-hmm. I don't know, maybe. That's what I'm saying. Would you?
It's insane. That is insane. If you can get it from Amazon, that's insane.
Amazon, baby.
Oh my God. That's crazy. It's insane. Thank you for the story. Oh my God. All right. I have a Reddit here. It's a relationship advice. I'm going to rage bait you. You ready? Man.
Yes.
My boyfriend failed to show up to my abortion. A few months back, I had gotten pregnant. Even though we both wanted to keep the baby deep down, we knew it was not financially responsible nor rational to keep a child with no stable future. I am studying to become an attorney. I was about 6 weeks in by then and had an appointment for my abortion. I was spending the night at his place and told him prior that I had an appointment for an ultrasound the next morning. He made a small comment saying I should leave the night early and go back to my place instead. And I was confused because I assumed we were going together.
Right.
I refused, and I wake up in the morning and tried to pat him awake. He wouldn't budge. So I called the doctors, delaying my appointment for another 2 hours, hoping he can get more sleep. He was driving all night. After an hour of waking him up, he told me he wasn't going. I started begging him and tearing up, saying that I couldn't do it alone. An abortion procedure is traumatic for me, and he continued to ignore me. I repeated a few more times that I couldn't do this alone, and he responded back saying that it was inconvenient for him to drive there and be there for my medical appointment since he already made plans with his friends during that time. By then, I had burst into tears and left without saying much. I went through the entire procedure alone without support from my family, friends, or my partner. He called me half an hour later asking what was wrong.
Shut up. What? What is wrong?
What is wrong?
You know what's wrong.
Okay. And I explained everything. How I felt like he didn't even care enough to be there when I needed him the most. He made it up by canceling plans with his friends and consistently checking up on me afterward. Even though I forgave him, I have been severely depressed following the procedure and feel like I can't move on from what happened. I felt like I needed him the most. The first thing that he thought about was himself.
Right.
Almost like an instinctual thing. And it's been really rubbing me the wrong way, even though he admits he messed up. I've been crying over the abortion almost every other night, and it's been a month already. I don't think he understands how much of an emotional toll it took on me. And it scares me to think when I'm actually raising a child, he will abandon me when I'm in my hospital bed. I'm not sure if it's just me overthinking or my body telling me something is wrong in this relationship. He's been trying to make up for it by setting aside time for me, but ever since the abortion, I feel like I've been in a constant fight or flight moment. What is a good way to communicate how I'm feeling to him?
We are breaking up.
Yeah,
That's
if you guys were married, it'd be divorce again.
Divorce.
But break up.
Break up because,
I know.
I'm boiling. Okay. So this is a health care, women's health decision. This is a decision that was made by both of you, right? The pregnancy was made by both of you.
That part.
And he's like, I don't know. You know, I was going to go to the movies with my friend. What the fuck are you talking about?
Literally. Like anything else is
I
so
want
important.
you to go home. He wanted her to go home so he could just like not answer her calls and just ghost her so she could have to go. But since she was there, he's like, oh, I'm so tired. And so she pushed back the appointment. And then you're going to be like, actually, I'm not going to go. I made plans with my friends.
Excuse me?
You should have been there when she woke up, when she came out of the room holding her hand, because you are part of this.
Thank you.
She did not get pregnant alone.
Alone. That's not how it works.
And according to her, y'all made this decision together.
So be there for her.
How dare you?
I know.
And she's having such a hard time because she had to go through it alone because last minute you abandoned her.
You were supposed to be there. Why weren't you there? What is wrong with you?
I would...
I know. I'm going to fight you.
Oh my goodness.
That is not right. I think, I don't know. I feel like he's already shown you what he's going to do if you need him. And that's just any basic thing. You know what I mean? If he can't show up for an abortion, which is this big thing, I doubt he's going to show up for the small things.
Yeah,
or another big thing.
She was talking about he's not going to be there to hold my hand in the delivery room. Girl, he's not going to lift a finger with that baby. Period.
Do not.
Don't do it.
I'm saying.
Just move on. She said she was going to be a lawyer.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got a great future in ahead of you. Just go do that. Don't worry about this. Was a speed bump.
Oh.
Let's move on.
Yeah.
Because
but you need to heal too.
Yes.
And I feel like healing away from him is the quickest way to happen. But that's just us.
Yeah, that's just our opinion.
That's just us.
Oh my goodness. Thanks for the warning. I was adequately rage baited.
You were like, ooh.
Oh my goodness. Ugh. Am I overreacting? My husband doesn't believe our 4-month-old is his and asked for a paternity test.
Oh, okay.
My husband, 29, and I, 22, have been together for 2 years now and officially married for 1. For some context, he is Pakistani, dark eyes, dark skin and hair, and I am white. Blue eyes, light brown hair, pale. So of course our child was going to be a mix of features. I think maybe he assumed that he would mainly look like him, but our son was born. He was a purplish color with dark hair, which is actually what I look like when I was born too. Yeah, it's like some babies are born like covered in fur. You know, some of them, their skin's a little weird.
What?
Yeah, it just is what it is.
Oh my goodness.
But like she said, she was born that way too. He was so in love with him, very much an attentive father, and his favorite thing in the world was to rush into our flat and see him after work. It's been 4 months since he was born. His dark hair fell out, and now he's growing in blonde. He has blue eyes and light skin.
Huh.
These past few weeks, he has been very distant towards our son, not as excited and more in his thoughts. I finally figured out why last night. He asked if I cheated on him.
Oh my goodness.
I told him, of course not. And then he kept yelling at me saying I was lying. I asked him why he thought this way, and he said it was because he looked nothing like him. My son has a lot of his dad's features, his eye shape and nose, but because he has lighter coloring, he is saying I cheated. In the argument last night, he referred to him as my son, not our son.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
Honestly, I have never been more hurt in my life. I started crying, saying he was his son, and accusing me of cheating was unforgivable. I would never have suggested that if I were in his position. He then said he wanted a paternity test. And if he found out that I cheated on him, we were getting a divorce.
Jesus.
I told him this whole thing was asinine, that babies get darker as they grow up, and I was white-haired until I was 4. He just won't listen to me. I feel extremely betrayed that he would ever think that I cheated on him. So even if we do a paternity test, which he wants to do tomorrow, I feel like the trust in our relationship is gone. I guess I want some perspective. Do you think he was right to ask for a paternity test? Is it right that I feel like our relationship won't be the same regardless of the results, which I know will come back with him as the father? Am I overreacting?
Whoa. Okay. I don't think you're overreacting. I think he's slightly overreacting. I think he could have came at you in a different way. I think if he's feeling like maybe this kid doesn't look like me, okay, that's common, I guess, or whatever, but he could have came at it in a different way. Also, that's just how like DNA works sometimes, you know what I mean? Like I look a lot like you, but then I have my dad's eyebrows just randomly, you know what I mean? Like it takes small itty bitty little pieces and everything like that. And also, although it was like 75% chance that he was going to have like darker hair color, your eye color, things like that, there was also that little bitty chance that he was going to come out like her. And that was the chance that happened.
Yes.
That doesn't mean that there's something wrong with this kid. It doesn't mean that she cheated. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like why go to the extreme. That's
I agree.
insane.
I don't think she's overreacting with how she feels about what he said and what he's doing because he pulled away from their son. Let's not forget that.
Yeah, which is not fair.
It's not fair at all. And so what if when the child comes back your child, are you just going to reestablish relationship with this child that you've been ignoring because now you have a problem? Right. And so this child looks like you, but they're just not your coloring. So this goes back to something we talked about 2 weeks ago with colorism issues and not understanding how things work. And just because the baby is pale doesn't mean that's not your child.
That part.
I mean, I love you, baby, but you could see your veins in your skin when you were born. You were so pale.
Oh my God.
You know, it's like, I'm also super pale. And it's like my genes were fighting her daddy's genes. Fighting.
I know.
So it just is what it is. You have no idea how this whole thing is going to work out. All of these DNA, genes, all of that. But this child looks like you apparently.
Right.
But just has pale skin and light eyes.
Yeah. But go to an extreme and treat your wife and your child differently because you have a suspicion.
Right.
Is insane.
So if it comes back positive, you're divorcing her. I mean, right? If that's not your kid. If it comes back not your kid, you're divorcing her. So what happens if it comes back that it is your kid? What should she do?
Exactly.
You know, she should divorce you, right?
Because you accused me of cheating. That's insane. Like, we didn't have to go extreme. If you had some thoughts, then we could have talked about that.
Yes.
Again, people should just
communication.
Talk. Oh my God. People be taking some extreme actions.
They really do.
When they have some thoughts in their head, and it's only in their head, and you can twist it however way you thought in your head. Communicate with your wife about your child. Other than,
you're cheating, we're getting a divorce. There's better ways to handle this.
Oh my God. Relax.
Chill.
Okay, based off of the limited information, that is his child.
We have decided. At the court of our 2 gens, that is your child. The
council has decided that is your child. Okay? Now, relax. It's okay if you're disappointed with the fact that the child may not have your hair color or your skin tone or whatever, try again.
Yeah. Chances are the next one will be just like
That's
you.
what I'm saying. Like,
Good advice.
that's just me. All right, I'm going to be a fangirl for like half a second now, please. If we can go to my screen. Dr. Jill
Hey, Doc.
Biden. I kind of like mess with her now. I didn't know much like about her. I will admit I didn't like care enough to do too much research, but girl,
Tell them why.
you want to come to the cottage? So Jill Biden, she made a $35,000 bid to make a cameo in season 2 of Heated Rivalry. And I was like, I didn't know you were cool like that.
She said, what?
You want to come to the cottage? That's amazing. But they had a annual dinner in New York for the LGBT Community Center. And it's like a fundraising opportunity for LGBTQ and queer youth and adults in New York.
Love it.
I love it. I love it. I love it. So she made a bid. It was basically for a walk-on role in season 2 and with a dinner for the creators, Jacob Tierney and who's the second creator? Brendan Brady. So you get a dinner and then you get a role in season 2.
Oh my goodness.
And she said $35,000.
She said
she
bet.
was quickly outbid. Quickly. So much so that they made it so it was 2 walk-on roles. And the people that bid the highest, they each bid $125,000. So in total, they made $250,000 on this one silent auction.
Oh my goodness.
Round of applause because yeah.
Sorry, Dr. Biden.
You were outbid.
Your little 35K wasn't
was
it.
nothing. I don't know who got it, who those 2 people got it, but we should see them next season.
Oh, yeah.
It's fantastic. But she was super disappointed. She was like, "Aw." And so she made a tweet. And she said, "I guess I won't be heading to the cottage after all, but it was worth a shot." Babe, we're still at the cottage. Come through. Like,
she is in the fandom.
I love that she's in the fandom.
I love that for y'all.
Love it. I love it, love it, love it. And they also had a another thing. They had a signed Montreal Metro's jersey signed by Hudson Williams, one of the castmates.
Which one is Hudson?
The
dark hair or light hair?
Yes, dark hair.
Dark hair. Got it.
Hudson, he honestly, don't media train him. He is fantastic.
Everything I've seen about him is pure chaos, and I
Let
love
him loose.
it.
Let him loose. But they sold that for $17,000. It was signed by Jacob Tierney, the show creator, and Rachel Reed, the writer of the books.
Oh.
So they made so much money.
I love this. I love the fundraiser.
I love it. But in total, I think they made $2 million the whole night.
Wow.
The whole night, which, yes,
Right?
especially in a time where certain rights are still trying to be stripped away from the queer community. It's just like, no.
No, absolutely not.
We're going to come through.
Look
and we're going to
Heated
support.
Rivalry is doing.
I love Heated Rivalry. It was such a movement. And we were traveling at this time when Heated Rivalry was coming out like on a weekly basis. I kid you not, I was on the airplane like watching the episode. I was not going to miss it.
Like, no.
It was not going to miss it over my dead body.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, she had me watch the pilot and record my reaction to the pilot. So it was
Because we were
fantastic.
not watching it with her. Y'all.
I understand why now.
It gets so much worse in season or episode
better.
2. But in summary, Jill Biden's cool like that.
We love her.
I didn't know, but I rock with you. Thank you.
Man. So have you ever wondered what the most expensive and the cheapest home is in California?
Yes, all the time.
If you don't mind going to my screen. So this monstrosity, you see how big this is? I can't
That's
even get it all on the
huge.
screen. Right. This is in Bel Air. Okay.
Really?
Bel Air. Yes. It's beautiful. It's $135 million.
Who has that?
Right? Somebody. I mean,
Oh
somebody
my
put
God.
furniture in it and everything.
Dude.
It's got 8 bedrooms and 24 bathrooms.
I don't like the numbers on
Oh
that.
my God. 35,000 square feet on 1.22 acres. So I wanted to tell you some of these key features because we're going to compare it with the cheapest home.
Okay.
Okay. So retractable roof in the primary suite for stargazing.
Cool.
4-story floating staircase over a reflecting pool. A spa with hot and cold plunges and hydrotherapy. A 22-seat movie theater. Wine room behind antique Moroccan doors. a rooftop terrace with a second pool,
Cool.
and a 6-car auto gallery with attached jazz bar.
That's cool.
Right? So it has this right here. I don't know what this is.
What is that?
Like, is that the spa?
It looks like
or
a spa.
something? It's got like grass and waterfalls, and it's very, very, very bougie.
That's cool.
Me likey. And so this is how you get into the gated community here in Bel Air.
Right. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Very nice. Right? Okay. So the cheapest home
Please.
is in 29 Palms.
It's a shed.
It is a full-on shack.
Does it even have windows?
No, it has holes. The price, which pissed me off so bad, was $27,995.
Are you serious?
The wood.
The wood. I'm paying for wood.
Wood. That's it.
That guarantees there's termites living in that wood.
For
and you want me to pay
sure.
how much? No,
Oh
thank
my
you.
God. It has 0 beds and 0 baths.
It's just a room?
It's just a shed. 700 square feet on 5 acres. So you're basically paying for 5 acres of land.
Exactly.
But it's in 29 Palms. Have you heard of 29 Palms before?
No.
Exactly.
Oh. Exactly.
So their key features: abandoned structure with 4 rooms. Told they really put that there. It's abandoned structure. A total fixer or a teardown. No utilities confirmed. A remote desert location 1 mile from the nearest neighbor. 360-degree open views.
Yeah. You're alone.
There's all the holes. You can see
You can see all the nothing around you.
from everywhere.
They trying to sell us right now.
Oh my God. So if you want this house, again, it's about $28,000.
Who wants this house?
This is, oh, right.
Oh,
I
God.
have another angle of a house.
Just tear it down.
It's like house.
Wrap it up.
It's not a house.
Wrap it up.
And this is 29 Palms.
In the middle of nowhere.
Literally in the middle
Springs.
of Radiator Springs. Exactly.
Oh my God.
Exactly. Yeah. So, you know, pick and
Comparison.
choose. If you have $135 million, you got it. But I did see that the median home price in California is between $750,000 and $800,000.
Seriously?
Yeah, that's the average cost of a home here in California.
That's still on the
super high.
pricier side, right?
Yeah.
Because that's
So-
crazy.
That made me wonder for our listeners and our viewers, like, what's the median house price in your state?
Ooh,
I'm
very
super
good
curious.
question. I'm really curious about that too.
Because, you know, we're Californians. We've been abused so long by high prices. I just want to know what other states are paying.
How are you guys living out there? Because I watched a show. We were watching a show, right? It was like a renovation show in Atlanta or something like that. And didn't they
Right.
make like a really nice 3-bed, 3-bath, like
Full basement.
3 stories or something like that for like $300,000? I was like,
Yeah.
is it what? Is
Yeah.
that true? Do
Yes.
you guys live out there like in luxury with all this land
Mm-hmm.
for
Yeah.
$300,000?
Like I said, we've been abused out here.
Oh,
But also it's California.
God.
It's not just the weather. It's pretty awesome here.
That's terrible. That's
like it here.
terrible.
Thank you.
Oh my God. The shack had me crying though.
The shack
Just
pissed
tear it
me
down.
off. Why
Tear it
are
down.
you even charging me that much?
Thank you.
Just charge me 10 grand and let's go on about our business for the land.
for the land. Thank you. With tumbleweeds and all. They said 360-degree. Thank you for, that's the cherry on the top for me. Thank you for selling it. Like,
They're like, you see all this nothing? You can see it from every room.
that's what we're offering you. We got you.
Ugh.
I hate it. I hate California sometimes. Y'all be tripping. Like,
Be tripping.
oh my God. I got my last Reddit. This one is a Reddit off my chest. Friend took back her parental rights. I, 31 male, am married to my husband, Jake, 33 male, and have been for about 8 years. Because we're both men, obviously, we can't have our own kid biologically. We've been approved to adopt, but the process of finding a child is slow around here. 7 months ago, my friend Anna, 29 female, and her husband Paul, 34 male, discovered Anna was 1 month pregnant. Anna and Paul both agreed that they didn't want the baby, but instead of aborting or giving her away to the system, we came to an agreement. We'd adopt her baby when she had it, and she'd be the kid's aunt. Nothing legal was signed until after the kid was born, as she didn't want to add on the stress of bureaucracy to the stress of pregnancy.
Right.
She's about a month out now, and yesterday, she and Paul came by for their monthly update and just to hang out. But instead, they sat us down and told us that they had a discussion and now wanted to keep the baby. They picked out a name and told us that they were sorry, but the decision was final.
Wow.
Then they said that they had to go and left, practically running away after telling us, sorry, you're not going to be fathers after all.
Man, that's brutal.
They were about 3 steps out the door when I broke down crying. I knew when Jake and I got official that I wanted to co-parent with him. I've wanted to be a father for as long as I can remember, and I was so excited to finally be a dad. I know it's their daughter. I can't do anything, nor do I have the right to, nor do I want to. I have no right to be angry, since we can get an alert from the adoption agency at any moment. We already have everything we need, so it's not like we spent thousands of dollars for nothing. But I am angry. I'm furious. I'm angry that Anna and Paul led us on and then told us, sorry, turns out you don't get what you've been dreaming of since you were old enough to dream of it. I'm angry that I won't be a part of this child's life to the extent that we would have let Anna be. We're not even going to be her godfathers. But most of all, I'm angry that the people that they called themselves our friends broke my heart and didn't even stick around long enough to ensure that we were okay.
Right.
It feels like I've lost a child, and I don't know if I can continue being friends with Anna and Paul after this. And I feel like I'm a monster for being so mad. They want to keep their daughter. Jake has been so sweet to me and so supportive, but I can tell he's hurting too. And I don't want to burden him with my anger. I'm just so tired. This one makes me so sad.
So sad.
Because I get the conflicting emotions. You're sad and angry that they want to keep their child, but at the same time, it is their child.
It's theirs.
You know what I mean? And there was always going to be never a guarantee that you were going to keep their child.
Right.
And there was always a guarantee that they might change their mind. And it just sucks because you're like, I wish I could just go through and have my own child without having to worry about if the parents are going to change their mind, which that's adoption in general. You know what I mean?
It's true. I mean, up until a week after they give you the child, they can change their mind.
Yeah.
And so you can even have the baby and the child in your house, loving on them and seeing a future, and then they can change their mind. And it's just part of the process. And it really sucks.
Heartbreaking.
But I completely understand with the original poster, because what frustrates me about this is that they ran away from this conversation.
Right.
You have every right to decide to keep your child. And these were supposed to be your friends. And so when you say, okay, we've decided to keep the child, you couldn't have stayed for a few minutes
And had a conversation about this.
Exactly. It was just like, that's it. Peace out. And then now you all aren't hanging out anymore.
Exactly.
And so they lost a child and they lost some friends as well. And that's just heartbreaking.
Yeah.
And you see it a lot. I've heard the stories so many times from queer couples where they're just like, we were so close to having this baby.
So close. And you deserve that. You know, you deserve to be a parent, but it's 10 times harder for you just because. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, just, I wish, you know, it was different. I wish that it was an easier way. I wish that people can just get married, be happy, have exactly what they want when they want it,
Right.
and everything be fine. I really wish, you
It
know.
would be great.
It would be so fantastic. 'Cause I hate hearing stories like this. I know they're heartbroken because they did lose their child.
Yeah.
They were with this child, assuming that this child was going to be theirs for 8 months.
Yeah, that's a long time.
That is a long time. And for sure, they made steps to baby-proof their home.
Fill up a nursery.
Exactly.
All of
Like,
that.
that's heartbreaking.
Ugh,
And
I'm sorry to hear this.
Yeah. And I really, really hope that they find their child.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I believe they will.
Yeah.
Good people.
No.
Am I overreacting about my wife potentially costing me a job? So my 38 female wife, 35 female, and I drove to a town 2 hours away for a last-minute interview for a tenure track position for me. It's April, and if you know that it's pretty late to get a job offering teaching university for the fall. but I have not had any bites beside this one, and the contract at my current college is over. I'm the breadwinner, and we need this job. It would also mean we need to pack up and move. Our lease is ending in June, and we need answers. My wife, let's call her Claire, drove with me, and since we were in the same state, they didn't provide hotel. Claire decided to wait in the Panera on campus. After the interview, the dean asked if we could go to Panera for a coffee to finish our conversation. It's already been 2.5 hours.
Jeez.
And I'm sure Claire is bored, but she has a test to study for, so I hoped she'd just make it work. I had no plans to introduce them. Neither of us wear a ring, and I'm never sure where people stand with homophobia. I wanted this job, and I can always say it later. I gave her the heads up that we will be in the Panera too. So the dean, she's chatty. She talks about the school, but then tells lots of long anecdotes about her grandchildren with videos on her phone. It's, of course, very boring, but I'm in no position to give her anything but my rapt attention.
Exactly. I'm trying to get this job.
Okay. Claire, however, is getting antsy. The weather is getting bad, so she starts pointing to her watch and waving her arms behind the dean. It's super distracting, but I ignore her. I know if it's an emergency, she'd say so. She's texting me, and I can see my watch that she's saying, it's time to go. After about an hour of the dean talking, she gets back to the topic of the job. She says, I want to offer you this job, but I have one question. Do you think you'll be able to move in 4 months? That's short notice. Do you have anyone else to consider? I know she's trying to find out if I have a family. Claire, at this moment, as if on cue, comes over and says, I see you guys are getting to know each other, and I think that's wonderful, but Cheryl and I really have to go.
You're kidding.
Our pet is home alone, and we really should be getting on the road.
I swear to God, Claire. What?
My best friend is our next door neighbor and always takes our dog out to potty if she needs, and she knows that's not an issue. The dean was taken aback, but said, okay. Well, Cheryl, we'll be in touch.
Oh my God, Claire.
I am livid. Am I overreacting?
No.
Before we go forward, she put a tiny update there.
Yes.
Okay, my friend is friends with one of the teachers there. She said the dean offered another candidate the job. But this candidate turned it down because of salary, so I'm next on the list.
Thank God.
I'm angry because that means it probably kicked me down from being her first choice, but grateful the other candidate got her first choice and could say no to this job.
Claire, once we were outside the Panera, I'm throwing hands because, excuse you, I don't care. You go find something to entertain you. We need this job. What don't you understand about that?
You are not a child.
Pointing at your watch like we need to leave right now. What's wrong with you, Claire?
Oh, my God.
Honestly.
Seriously.
Oh, my God. Oh my God.
I know. It's like, yes, this woman is chatty. 2.5 hours already. I was having an interview. But the thing is, because it lasted that long, it's going well.
Thank you.
An interview, a woman who wrote on Buffy, she said, her name is Jane Espenson. She calls it a pants interview. They already know they like you. They just want them to know that you'd show up wearing pants.
Right.
Basically, like you're not crazy.
Thank you.
Right. And so it's like she's vibing with me. We're getting to know each other. Why would you come over and impart yourself in this interview?
Exactly. That is never appropriate.
Ever.
You go and find something to entertain yourself.
Open up your phone.
Exactly. Oh my God, go take a walk. But you decided that it was appropriate to interrupt my interview. Claire, we are throwing hands. That is insane.
She made it so clear that they need this job.
Thank you. Like, so what's in your mind? And
Our
also,
puppy.
Your puppy? Really?
Stop.
Your puppy. When you know that your neighbor goes and takes care of your puppy for you, you're just being a brat.
Yes.
And wanted to leave right at this moment. I'm sorry, Claire. No, we need this job. Therefore, you will wait. Like, I don't understand that.
Yeah.
I would have waited all day
Literally.
if that's what it meant. You know what I mean? Would have gotten dinner for both of us. If you were hungry after the interview, you know, like this is things that you were expected to just do.
And if you can't do that, why did you even come?
That's what I'm saying.
You could have stayed home.
Ugh. Goodbye.
Yeah. So you're not overreacting. Claire's the asshole.
Thank you.
That's it.
Goodbye, Claire. Anyway, I hope you got the job.
Yes.
That's lovely.
Yes. stressed
Good
out.
last one.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, I think that is it for episode 34.
Yes.
We appreciate y'all being here. We're going to continue the discussion. And I believe my mom has one more Reddit for...
I do.
Yes, on the extended episode over on Patreon, which should be out now. So go check it out. I did want to thank everyone on TikTok. I wanted to thank everyone who's joined on Discord, weirdly. Thank you for being there. We love y'all. All of our new Patreon people, everyone here on YouTube, Instagram. You guys are lovely.
Threads.
We love y'all. The fam is getting so big. Without y'all, we wouldn't have the motivation to do this every week. So thank you.
We love y'all.
We love y'all. See you next week.